Alright. Welcome again to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming to you from the WMMA Now studios. Guys, for this fight, we're going over to Japan. Pancrase, number 298, the atomweight division. We have Hana DATE of the known famous team DATE, the idols turned fighters or fighters turned idols, whatever they got going on, versus Loma Lookboonmee, the famed Muay Thai fighter who had made her Invicta FC debut. It was like late last year or earlier this year against Melissa Wang in Invicta, where she just brutalized Melissa Wang with elbows and in the clinch. So the fight went a lot the way I thought it was going to. I figured Loma Lookboonmee was going to brutalize Hana DATE, and she definitely did. I didn't think it was going to be quite as easy, because if you've ever seen Hana DATE fight before, she's not a great fighter. She's not even a very good fighter. But one thing she is good at is, frustrating her opponents and making her opponents not look so good. Well, apparently nobody bothered to tell Loma this, because she just brutalized her and made it look easy. First round, Loma was able to do what a lot of DATE's opponents have had trouble doing, which was get inside her reach. She wasn't worried about, the whole sticking the hands things out. Nope, Loma just breezed right through that, went straight to her clinch work. Excellent Muay Thai takedowns from the clinch from Loma. Her style is going to help her a lot in MMA. She moved pretty much from half guard straight into mount, no problem whatsoever, and I think it was like her first or second elbow, just boom, rained down, big elbow, cut Hana DATE wide open on her eyebrow. It started bleeding, and Hana DATE, she had her moments in that first ground volley, in that she was able to use her long legs and her length and her flexibility, and she was actually able to escape the mount at one point out the back, but it didn't help her for very long, because Loma immediately was able to pounce back, move to side control, move back in the mount. At one point the ref stopped the fight to look at the cut, and it was nasty. I was very surprised the doctor let it continue on, but it continued on. Loma was again able to get another takedown, and the fight ended with Loma in mount, raining down ground and pound. Second round, a lot more the same. Another trip throw takedown from Loma, straight into mount pretty much, and started raining down the GMP. A lot of very, very hard, vicious elbows from Loma. And eventually the ref saw that DATE, she wasn't able to escape the mount. Loma had a little bit higher mount this time, and very excellent use of her weight and her balance and her hips by Loma to keep Hana DATE from, being able to buck her off or kick her off or anything at all. And the ref had enough and stopped the fight, giving Loma the TKO win in the second round. Things to work on in this fight. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very hard to see what Loma really needs to work on, as she is just running through her first two MMA opponents. She just has excellent clinch work, excellent Muay Thai, which is to be expected. But the thing that really surprised me is, for someone who's only been training MMA for less than a year, and has only been training on the ground for less than a year, when she gets her opponents down, the way she is able to keep her balance, using her hips to keep her balance, the way she can adjust and shift her weight, it's almost like she has a natural ability to it, because she just does it so well. She was able to transition very well. She did good in a few scrambles. She was able to hold DATE down using her weight and her hips. And we're talking about very small fighters, so there's not a whole lot of weight there. But she just looked so excellent. Hana DATE, where would you begin with where to begin with her? I mean, there's just so much. The style that she uses to fight The team Date, they train out of this gym that uses this Indian martial arts called Maharaja Kalurika, and it just doesn't seem very suited to MMA, at least not the way that she's using it. She's not aggressive at all. She's one of these people that will come forward, but then she'll wait for you to counter, and she doesn't do it very well. Her ground game obviously needed a lot of work because she looked lost on the ground. She gave up mountain very easily. When she was able to escape, she didn't scramble fast enough to get off the ground. She pretty much scrambled and got immediately taken into side control and then mount again. Her ground defense is very poor. There's just so much for her to work on. She needs to go to like a real MMA camp. But I guess because this is like one of the original Date members, I don't know what the whole situation is. Like they're a combination of fighters or wannabe fighters and idols at the same time because they're kind of cute. It's really hard to figure out what exactly is going on with them. Matches to make. So Loma is signed to Invicta FC for MMA, but they also have a fighter sharing agreement with Pancrase, which so far we've seen Pancrase benefit from that. We haven't seen Invicta benefit from that. I'd like to see Loma back in Invicta. I'd like to see how she does against maybe like a 10 to 15 ranked opponent worldwide in Invicta. I want to see how she does against someone more experienced. I think this girl, the sky is the limit for her. Her striking is excellent. She's showing a natural affinity for the ground game so far. I want to see how she does, though, against someone who can take her down and see what she does if she's put on her back. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge for her. So I'd like to see her matched up with someone like that. Hana DATE, she's going to stick to the Japanese, Korean circuit. Who knows? She'll probably lose her next fight anyway. She's just not very good. Interesting to watch. Maybe not the most entertaining, but certainly interesting. But other than that, I don't know who they'll match her up with. She'll probably fight in Deep Jewels or Road FC again. Guys, if you haven't watched the fight, it's on UFC Fight Pass. Give it a good watch just to see Loma continue her path of destruction. Once you watch it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. And what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Now, the best and fastest growing women's mixed martial arts platform on YouTube.